During this past Friday, the Cael Society ran the City of Terrace's annual homeless count, which is where volunteers walked around the community as they were looking to hear from anyone who either didn't pay rent or were housing themselves in an unconventional manner, like sleeping in their vehicle or staying in shelters frequently. But for anyone who was looking to learn of the survey's results, those likely won't be made public for a while.
Cael Society and other on-the-ground organizations don't actually keep the surveys or process them. So that is done by BC Housing. They're the ones that, BC Housing is the organization that runs the count, and we probably won't know the results for some months.
Regardless of what the results end up being, homelessness continues to be a massive issue in the Northwest. And while more of the advanced ideas and bigger possible solutions to these problems should more than likely come from BC Housing, local organizations like the Cael Society have some thoughts of their own on what to do.
I think a lot of organizations that are on the ground kind of already have a general idea of what clients need, and that's generally more housing, and not just housing, but housing with supports.
Another point of the survey that can really be beneficial as well is also highlighting the fact that appearances can be deceiving, and someone being homeless doesn't automatically mean that they're having to sleep on the street with a newspaper blanket.
A lot of times we think of a specific kind of image of a person who's experiencing homelessness. The count is great because we really try to include people who might consider themselves, or who are maybe just unhoused or not securely housed. So somebody might have a camper that they're staying in, but if they're not paying a site fee, we would consider that unhoused. People might be couch surfing with friends and family. That's not really stable housing because you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow or next week. So I think having those numbers is really important, not just for housing and service providers, but I think it really helps to illustrate to the rest of the community who is experiencing it, what they're coming from, and I think it helps us understand that the impacts that we feel beyond homelessness, we can understand the root causes a little bit, because we know that homelessness has a huge impact in the community.
Locally, even with the many problems and struggles that result from homelessness, people can still get help from shelters like the Garage and the Cael Shelter, with other helpful services being offered at the Turning Points building on 444 Lake Ellis Avenue as well. For CFTK-TV News, I'm Cael Maslin.